People say you can put dark and white clothes into the same machine. What you gonna do about it? So while we are washing every color of clothes in the same machine at the same time and making superhuman powerful clothes that will be my super origin story or whatever the fuck that is, you know? I'll become Spider-Man or some shit. But while that is happening, I came to the store and we need to buy some food for the next week. So So the first thing we're gonna get is paper. Very yummy. I eat about 72 towels a day. Just kidding, I don't actually eat paper. I use it to clean and wipe shit, you know? You can wipe your ass with it, you know? And the second thing that we need is carrots. We need to carrot max. So let's take some carrots. You know? Carrots are hard, so if you eat them, maybe you will become hard as well. Perfect logic. So basically, that's gonna be good for your downstairs and stuff, because hard is better. And as for the third thing, we need chicken. The chickens are gonna have to die, unfortunate. But it's for the greater good of mankind. Not chicken kind, but mankind. Because chicken kind don't really matter. They don't really have rights in that. But we do. And so, we're gonna have to sacrifice all the chickens for the gains. I mean, think about it. Which is more important? A few thousand chickens? Or big biceps? I know my priorities. And continuing with the chicken theme, we're first gonna eat the chicken and then also the eggs, so that they can't even reproduce. We eat the mother and the babies. I mean, chicken's getting really fucking mugged, to be honest. But for the carrots we need to make a dip, and there's a lot of different options here, but the only real option is the 8% fat one, because there's not really any reason to take any more fat than that, because if you take more fat than that, you're just gonna get extra calories that don't really mean anything. I mean, once you actually make the dip, you know, you add the spices and that, whether it's 8% or fucking 6 million% fat, or the fuck that is in English, it doesn't really matter, it all tastes the same because of the spices. And so, you should basically always take the lowest fat option possible when making a dip, because you just save on calories without basically losing any taste at all. Now, if you've seen any of my full day of eating videos, you know that I basically always just fucking eat tortillas, because they're cheap and super easy. You just throw the chicken in that, wrap it up, a few condiments, mustard, ketchup. Tastes actually really good. It might sound and look sad, but it's actually really good tasting. And most importantly, the macros are good, and that's what we're all about. We're not about no fucking eating food that makes you look not sad and depressed. We're all about the macros, no matter how the world sees it or how it might look. But now, we're gonna get 2 of these. Meme drinks is what I call them. Because Energy drinks are kind of fucking meme. You don't really need them. Just get caffeine from coffee. Also, coffee is 0 calorie, which of course nowadays basically every energy drink is as well. But you know, we're gonna have some meme drinks for a change. So now I need to think, what else did I need? Almost forgot the actual dip. Because how are you gonna make a fucking dip for the carrots to Carrot Max if you don't even have the spices? So now we are also the spices, which means we should probably have everything except that, because I'm a bad boy, I'm gonna get some candy as well. You know, you only live once, so if you ain't gonna go full ham with some sweets every now and then, you're gonna live your entire life without experiencing Wealth Health's original cream candies. I don't know why I shout them out. They don't pay me anything. They better start paying, or I'm gonna start shouting out every competitor instead. Just kidding. I eat them because they're some of the best macro sweets and really good and good volume. And when I say volume, I mean time to consume. How long it takes to consume them. That's pretty good. But now we're gonna pay for all this shit. So here is all the food that I stole. I mean bought. And so quick recap, we got chicken. And after we eat the mother, we're also gonna eat the babies, which means eggs. Then we got the carrots, some candy, tortillas, meme energy drinks, and these so that we can make a dip. What is this actually called in English? Does this even have fucking English written on it? It doesn't have English written on it. So you're gonna have to just fucking guess what the fuck that is. Good luck. But next up, we're gonna try out a fun recipe that got recommended to me by none other than the man, the myth, the legend, ChatGPT himself. I know, very creative. Alright, so the recipe that we are making is going to be an protein iced coffee, vanilla latte, protein edition, something like that. I don't really know, but the ingredients that we're going to need are here. Instant coffee. I'm gonna use caffeine-free one for this one because it's already past noon. Then we're gonna need vanilla protein powder, hot water, Dorian Yates, preferably in person, an ice cube, the wrapper. And so the first step is taking some of the instant coffee, throwing that shit into a mug. Let's put like 1.5 scooperoonies in there. And then we get the coffee shit in there. We're gonna put hot water just like you would do with any normal instant coffee. Boom! You got instant coffee. Recipe done? I mean, basically, you could just fucking have a protein shake and the coffee separately. And it would basically give you the exact same shit and probably would taste better. Because realistically, I don't have very high hopes for this recipe. But now let's mix this. mixing complete. And so next up, we're gonna do the protein shake separately. So let's throw some water. Cold water. So, after you have dance maxed with Dorian Yates, very romantic, and you have your vanilla protein powder mixed up, just like in a normal protein shake, you can have a normal protein shake and normal coffee and enjoy your existence. But no, we're gonna ruin both of these good things, which is coffee and protein shakes, by combining them together. So now that we got the Dorian Yates here all mixed up, I mean, look at that. Doesn't that look good? It tastes good. We can't leave it at that. Now we're gonna throw in some ice cubes. Because this is supposed to be an iced coffee, which means that we need to put ice in. How much? I don't know. I put 6 ice cubes. That's either enough or not enough. We're gonna find out. And so now that we got the ice protein shake and the coffee has cooled down a bit, it's still very warm. But YOLO, so we're gonna send some of this in there. And I fucking spilled everything, fuck. Let's try take 2. Doesn't that fucking sound appetizing? Fuck it, let's throw all of this shit in there and hope everything's not fucked. Like, look at this fucking mess that I've made here. Trying to make one fucking recipe and everything is just fucked. So, as you can see, it's quite full. I can't really tilt it any more than this. But it's quite full. Which means that there's some volume, which is good. Because you want volume. So now, let's throw all of this back in there. And now that we got everything in here, we're gonna shake it. Because that's like what James Bond does. And I'm James Bond. If you didn't know. I actually shouldn't be telling you that information. Because now that you know that information, I'm going to have to end you. But anyway, just like James Bond, we're gonna shake that shit. And now for the taste test. YOLO. To be honest, the taste isn't very strong. It's like, kind of just fucking... How the fuck does this taste like nothing? Like, of course there's like a hint of vanilla and a hint of coffee, but it's mostly like, kind of like water. What the fuck? Like, it's legit just tap water with like a tiny bit of coffee taste and a tiny bit of vanilla taste. I mean, realistically, after all that effort and this fucking mess right here, and this tasting basically like fucking tap water, not fucking worth it. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This recipe is a bit of an L. You know, I did like dancing with Dorian Yates. That was very fun. And you know, ingesting the ice cube. But overall, I'm gonna give it like a 3 out of 10 because it's just so much more effort than having coffee as coffee and protein shake as protein shake without basically any fucking benefit. Caffeine! Finally, I can function like a normal human being. Caffeine, truly the savior of humanity on Monday mornings. But very excitedly woke up today, looked at the YouTube channel. Over 500 subscribers. Let's fucking go. Pretty fucking hyped. Pretty fucking vibing, you know? I'm VIBEMAXXIng. Work hard, play hard, party like it's your job. Woo! Hustlers work is never true. We making it cause we making move. Cause it's the only thing we know how to do. Work hard, play hard, party like it's your job. Woo! Oh, I'm actually VIBEMAXXIng today. Really great morning to see that we are making progress when it comes to the YouTube game. And that is all thanks to you people for having the courage, the strength, the integrity to press a big red button. I mean, I know it's quite scary. When you press a big red button, you never know if the world explodes. But you had the courage to do that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And so that's great news. But the reason why I'm recording today as well and didn't end the video yesterday, quite simple. How could I upload content and a vlog onto my channel without even including a gym workout? It's impossible. And so now we're gonna have to go to the gym and VIBEMAX at the gym. We're gonna VIBEMOG, you know? Other people, they're stronger than me. I'm not very strong. I'm not maybe even very good looking. I'm not very talented. But I sure as hell am vibing. And so we're gonna VIBEMOG the people at the gym by just being happier than them and enjoying the moment more than them. And then we're gonna get a great pump. You're gonna get your gym content. And then the vlog will be complete. So, headed to the gym and we're gonna start with the bench vibing.
Fill me out with your smile. Now the sunshine brings the light.
And of course, we don't need no headphones to vibe because we got the music playing in our head. You know? Where can I find heaven? I don't know. How can I live forever? I don't know. but bench, I do know. So continuing with the chest vibe, we're gonna do the incline bench. That is once again something that I do know. Why am I alone now? I don't know. Why do I bench? I do know. Gains, ascend. So now we're gonna change up from the chest to the del max. And I'm also gonna find a new song to play in our head to vibe to. I don't know what yet. Maybe like 18. 18, that's a pretty PP song, if you ask me. I'll kiss you 1,000 times, but I want more from you. And then we're gonna do the back, and then we need to figure out a new song once again. Doll in my face constrict, I'm just your doll. And lastly, we're gonna vibe in the locker room by posing. You probably shouldn't do that here, but oh well. And also it's quite funny because I'm naming all these songs and singing them, and in my head the 7 different voices are playing them, but you can only hear like some NCS bangers because, well, all the songs that I'm mentioning are copyrighted. So NCS banger mogging, NCS vibe. To be honest, NCS songs are actually super bangers and you can truly vibe to them. So let's vibe. Boom! I'm back home and I got a funny story to tell you guys. So, while I was at the gym vibing, just like you saw, a very respectful and friendly man came up to me and asked, "Are you Veikko?" And of course I answered honestly,
Yes, I am Veikko. And that was the moment he offered me a job. Yes, he had seen my videos and saw that I had editing skills, and now he wanted to hire me as a video editor. And so, looking at the world, the situation that I am in, I had two choices. Because realistically, I don't have time to work as a video editor for him and make these YouTube videos. And so, at the crossroads, I looked at the options. Make thousands of euros being a video editor, or 0 cents as a YouTuber. And so, of course, I made the logical choice of rejecting his offer. I mean, bruh, what the fuck, you think I'm gonna quit making YouTube videos? This is my passion, and my passion is not for sale. My dreams are not for sale. There is truly no price tag on them, because it is the only thing that I deeply desire to do with my life. Now, of course, that man was very respectful, and nothing against him, just I want to do this instead of work for someone else. Nothing against the guy. It's just that I'm a weirdo. I'm a dude who has some sort of mental problem that makes him sacrifice everything in his life to make fucking YouTube videos for some reason. Sacrificing most of my studies, sacrificing time with family and friends, sacrificing fucking job offers, sacrificing fucking everything so that I can talk to a fucking camera. But the reason I want to share this story is because there is some life lessons in there. And of course there's the life lesson of, hey, if you watching this go out there, learn high demand skills and make them public and known to the world, somebody might offer you a job, And when somebody offers you a job, it's quite a good position to be in, because now you're in the position of power to make demands. You're like, oh, you want me to work for you? Well, you gotta pay this much and give me these conditions, and I wanna work for only 4 days, and you can make the conditions because they need you more than you need them. But the problem with most people is that they don't have these high demand skills, and they're not willing to go out there and learn them on their own time, and so they have to compete for jobs where basically anyone can replace them, and then unfortunately in this competitive world that means that you can make no demands. But the second life lesson, and probably even the more important life lesson with this story, is that when you're on your path to your dreams, when you're working on your passions, trying to make them a reality, trying to do what you actually want, instead of living a 9-to-5 job or a life that somebody else chose for you, somebody else decided that this is the life that you're gonna live. When you reject that and you start living the life that you wish to live, whether that be a professional athlete, a painter, an artist, a YouTuber, or an entrepreneur, it does not matter. And along that path to the mountaintop, there will be distractions. There will be many moments where you just have to learn to say no. Because all these businesses around you want to hire talent. The only reason that business there or that business there is not growing faster than it is because they lack good talent. They lack more hard-working people with high demand skills. And so when they see you working on yourself, developing those skills, developing them for your own business or for your own goals, they see you working hard, they want to hire you. And it's tempting. They're gonna tempt you with the materialistic money and all the fancy golden shiny objects that anyone can imagine. But on that path to your dreams, just remember the word no. Anything that is not your dreams, the life that you desire, by definition is a distraction, and you must say no. No matter how shiny it is, and no matter how much people offer it to you, how grand they make it seem, how good they offer, if it is not the dream life that you want, you must say no. And so, let me remind you, a dream you don't take action towards is the same as a dream you don't have. And so go out there, stay disciplined, chase your dreams, and have a fantastic day.